Chicago Fire showrunner Andrea Newman breaks down Herrmann's emotional sacrifice in the Season 13 finale. Chicago Fire Season 13 ended with a bang, as the One Chicago shows wrapped for the year, and there was plenty to dissect. Arguably the most touching story arcs came when Herrmann realized he wasn't built for a desk job, and returned to being a regular firefighter, allowing long-term pal Mooch to take over as lieutenant, following an emotional conversation between the two. In an interview with Screen Rant, Newman discussed the scene between the two, and Herrmann sacrificing his position for his friend, and how it is a sweet gesture from Herrmann. She also talks about how there is set to be a potential fallout from this too, and touches on how Pascal will need to manage this moving forward, as well as the impact the switch could have on both Herrmann and Mooch. Check out Newman's comments below what this means for Chicago Fire Season 14. There is plenty to explore with this arc. Herrmann's decision is set to have wide-reaching repercussions for several characters. While it's great to see him give up his position for Mooch, it will be interesting to see how the men involved deal with this. As Newman states, Herrmann is taking a pay cut, which will impact family life, and Mooch will be under a new kind of pressure that he's not used to. It will be interesting to see how this shapes the arcs of both men heading into Chicago Fire Season 14. The other character to factor in this decision is Pascal, who, despite the show teasing a potential exit, seems to have secured his position. It will be interesting to see how he manages this, and how his position might impact Mooch and Herrmann in the future, particularly as much of the viewership would like to see them in positions of power. Pascal obviously needs to know that Mooch is the right guy for the job, and it will be interesting to see how the dynamic between them might change. Our take on Herrmann's decision. It felt like the right choice for the team. Herrmann and Mooch, Chicago Fire, cropped. Herrmann's decision would have been a difficult one for him, but it is a decision that feels like it is right for the team. It also deepens the bond between Herrmann and best friend Mooch, two of the most beloved Chicago Fire characters. The move sets up a strong story arc for Season 14, and it will be interesting to see how both men are affected by this. Pascal's position has now been cemented, and moving forward with a new lieutenant could present fresh advantages, as well as fresh problems for the Chicago Fire team.